stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back, get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Give me that. The trends. See a lead, be the band.
Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. I got my boy B. Foster. And before we get into this featured player profile, I want to remind everyone to make sure that they're subscribed to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube. If you haven't done so, please go to that page on YouTube and subscribe that channel, rather. And make sure you're following us on all the aggregators. That's anywhere you can listen to a podcast. You can find our media content. Just make sure you go to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Pandora, anywhere you can listen to a podcast. You can find us. Just type in Bleachers Speakers, ffsn in your search. Make sure you're following. Make sure that notification bell is on, so when we drop the content, you'll get an alert and download those episodes. Without further ado, we do have a featured player program profile, and you can see the picture if you're watching on YouTube. He's in a Raiders uniform, so we don't have any pictures of him in the Lions uniform, but he is the newest Detroit Lions signee. Hopefully he's not the last signee. But Foster, I'll step to the side and let you do your thing. Who are we talking about today?
All right. Today we are talking about Thomas Harper, who's a 24-year-old safety who initially went to Oklahoma State. He spent his first 4 years there. Due to COVID, he received an additional year, and he finished up at Notre Dame. In his last year there, he had 39 total tackles in 11 games. He had 2 sacks, 3 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble. And he's a pretty athletic guy. He tested well at the combine. He had a 4.47 40-yard dash and a 42-inch vertical. Ultimately, he would go undrafted and initially signed with the San Diego LA Chargers. He was then waived and claimed off waivers by the Vegas Raiders, where he spent all of last year in 2024. He served as the 3rd safety by the Raiders. He played 15 games. He started 5 of them. He had 26 total tackles, a half a sack, 2 pass deflections, and 1 interception, and also a fumble recovery. He graded out very well in PFF. He had a 78 rating overall, 75 in the pass rush area, and 76 in the coverage grade. As far as the coverage grade, the best game of the season, he had an 89 coverage grade against the New Orleans Saints, where he recorded a half a sack and 1 interception. That 89 coverage grade was good for the 4th best coverage grade in all of the league. So that was the best game of the season for him. As far as his strengths, he has impressive speed. Like I said, he ran a 4.47, and he has experience. Actually, he was a nickelback his last year at Notre Dame. So although he played safety with the Raiders, he does have experience as far as coverage is concerned. He has good bursts to close out on routes, and he plays well with downhole striking mindset against the run. So he's willing to get his nose dirty in the run game. He's a sure tackler in the open field, and you can kind of play him all over. He played safety at he played safety at, I always want to call it Oakland, with the Las Vegas Raiders. But he does have the ability to play nickelback if need be. One thing that he needs to work on is he doesn't have good eye balance. He gets locked in on the receiver, and he sometimes has trouble. He does a lot of face guarding. He has trouble finding the ball in coverage, which is why I think he excels better in that safety position where he's got the whole field in front of him, and he doesn't have to worry about locking in on his receivers so much. But outside of that, I just think that he was a slow developer. He didn't start until his final year at Notre Dame, so he doesn't have a ton of experience. But I think that he is going to be a good addition in, Detroit, where he doesn't have to play every down. He's not going to start. He can kind of come in and play a number of different roles if we have some injuries or need to add him in that iffy role. Like I said, he had a 75 pass rush grade. So he's a guy that's comfortable, blitzing the quarterback. He can play the run at the line of scrimmage. But he can play zone. He can play man-to-man as well. As far as his role with the Lions, we already have Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph obviously taking the majority of the snaps. We also have Rock Ya-Sin, who will be making a transition from cornerback to safety as well. So I think that he'll be a third or fourth safety. Maybe he can play some special teams. I don't know to what extent he played special teams last year with the Raiders, but also, if we have some injuries at the nickelback position, I think that he can step in and play that role as well. But I was excited when we made this made this selection. I personally didn't know too much about him, but when you have a guy that has a pretty decent sample size of over 100, over 100 snaps, and he grades out at a 78, that's not bad for a number 3, number 4 safety position. So I'm not sure why. I think that he was undrafted out of college because he didn't have a lot of experience. He didn't have, eye gouging, he didn't have any statistics that jump off the page as far as interceptions or anything of that nature. So, and I know that he's got shorter arms. And he hasn't made a lot of big plays that would jump out at you. So like I said, I think that he may be a slower developer because he didn't get a lot of playing time in college, but 78 overall grade for your third or fourth safety is not bad. It's good depth. It's good depth for the team because we know that is essential. So that is Thomas Harper.
Yeah, it's not the signing I was expecting, but hey, he's a Lion. We're going to welcome him with open arms, and the speed and the actual accolades, the intangibles look good on paper. So we'll see how this works out. Before we get out of here, make sure you subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube and follow us on all the aggregators. As I said before at the beginning of the show, look here, we're trying to get 300 subscribers on YouTube. If you haven't done so, please do so now. Subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube.
Get your lick back. If a nigga gon' do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting shit slide and